Hi. Wow, it has been 5 months now, about. Where do I begin? I took a small hiatus. I know I only posted like 3 or 4 videos, but my life in Edinburgh started getting a bit crazy. It wasn't so much traveling and it was more school, and I figured, who wants to see me sitting at a computer typing for 5 hours? The answer is no one. So I kind of just want to talk, just have a chat and discuss what I've been up to, where my head is at, what life has been like in the past few months. So where do we begin? So the last video that I posted was probably Portugal. I did in fact go on another trip. I went to Morocco, but I didn't really feel safe bringing my camera there. So if you want to see any of those pictures, you can go on my Instagram, which I will link below. And I have a highlight. So there's over 100 pictures on the highlight, and then there's some pictures on my feed. Super, super cool trip. I'll probably put some pictures in the video just to show you a little bit. Other than that, it's just been schoolwork and stress, if I'm being completely honest. I am in a very hard program at a very hard university, and that very hard university has been striking. So there has been a lot going on. There also is the small issue, not so small, of job hunting, and it's not going great. So I kind of took a break of recording my life and figured no one wants to see me cry. Especially my parents, but they get that almost every day on FaceTime. So I think a quick little side note is, I think this is a perfect time to talk about the pressure of society right now and finding a job after graduate school in the UK. Not the easiest if you don't have a very niche specific degree like law or nursing or a doctor. Those are very specific things that you really only have one option to do. My degree is very broad. So with that, large scope of a degree comes the need for experience or a higher degree like a PhD, which I was not very aware of. And I'm trying to hone in on a specific thing, and I'm still looking for jobs, but I think an important thing to discuss right now, whether it is passing your exams, looking for a job, or just trying to figure out where you are in life, where you should be. I was listening to a podcast, a therapy podcast actually, about perfectionism. And I would say that I am a perfectionist when it comes to my internal life. Maybe not so much my external life, but I'm a big planner. I need to have a plan. If I don't have a plan, I will stress out. I will freak out. I will spiral in a very, very steep downward hill slide of what am I gonna do next? I'm not good enough, XYZ. I have always been the person, sadly, who wanted to excel in everything. And the environment that I grew up in, very competitive. You have the smartest, the prettiest, the fittest, and when it's almost a competition to excel at those things, it is very, very very degrading on your mental health. And the podcast, going back to that, she said something that really caught my attention because I really related to it, and I wrote it down. So the topic was perfectionism, and she said that since she has always been historically quite messy as a teenager in her external life, she never thought that perfectionism is a term that coined her. She always thought that perfectionist was the perfect homemaker who had everything in order. So her example was her mother, a very OCD type, had to have everything clean, had to have everything looking good. And I think that the perfectionism that she's talking about and what I related to is the feeling of needing to be more of something and to excel in whatever you're doing. For me, I think my biggest stressor is not being good enough. I think that's everyone's stressor. I think social media, society really pushes that on people. Social media is very bad for mental health. I'll just put that out there. Now I say that as I'm making a video to put on social media and I'm always posting on Instagram. I probably should listen to my own advice, but here we are. I think a very big thing going on right now in my life personally is I finished my degree in 5 weeks. What's next? And 5 weeks in the grand scheme of things is a very short time. In 5 weeks, I hop on a plane to go back home to the States. When I moved here, my very first video, sitting in the airport, nervous, excited, I wasn't planning to come back. I booked a one-way ticket and I said this is gonna be my new life. And now I'm coming back. I think some people, myself included, have a specific plan that they want, or a specific path that they want their life to go down. And sometimes the universe says, nope, we're gonna take you down this little avenue really quick. And many people told me, my sister, my mom, they said, we just want you happy. Nothing is permanent. If you want it that badly, you will get it. Come home, go back if you want to. And I think, you know what, I don't know what I think. I don't know if it would be better to come home and stay home, or if it would be to come home and then return. I will say that I don't want to leave, but I do miss my family and I do miss my friends and I do want to come back and visit. But growing up, I had never had that really close friendship with people. I always had a lot of friends, a lot of acquaintances, but never that very, very tight-knit group of best friends that you see in the movies and that some people are very fortunate enough to have. And when I moved here to Edinburgh, I met the most amazing people I have ever met. Now, in saying that, I have 2 or 3 best friends back home who I would do anything for and they would do anything for me. And I love them so much, and I know that they're probably watching this. But other than them, I had always had the feeling of being alone. And when I moved here, that hole of lonesomeness, I guess, was filled. And Darcy, she is one of my best friends here in Scotland, who is also probably watching this. I don't know where I would be without her today. From day one, when I got accepted to the school, before I even booked a trip to come here, before I moved here, we were talking over social media because she too creates social media content, and she helped me through everything. Still, to this day, is helping me through everything and is always by my side and is really my rock and my best friend. And I truly believe that it took 22 years. I met her when I was 22, I'm now 23, but it took 22 years to find that friendship on the other side of the world. And you wouldn't think that. You know, if you asked 15, 16-year-old Abby if she ever, you know, what would you say if this was your life in 5 to 10 years? She would have never believed you. I think that is one of the hardest things about leaving, is leaving behind those friendships. It's not goodbye, obviously. I would never say goodbye to her, and as well as the other amazing people that I have met. But I think that it's very hard to decide between the home that I've always had and my new home that I've created as an adult by myself with no one that I knew before. I picked up my life and moved somewhere that I didn't know a single soul, which some people would say, wow, that's a bit much. Why would you do that? And again, I think it goes back to, you know, the perfectionism of feeling a feeling of needing to be more of something. I felt like my life wasn't fulfilled yet, and I moved here and I felt 10 out of 10, great, loved it, didn't want to come back. And now I'm in the same place and my life is like a roller coaster right now. And I don't think that is something that people tell you about your early 20s. I see so many videos of people saying the same thing. You graduated college, you don't know what to do. Some people move back home with their families. And it's this weird in-between of, I'm not a kid anymore, but I'm still very young. I'm an adult, but I'm very young and I don't know what I'm doing. And I always thought that I was the only one until I saw other people start talking about it more. I think that where I'm at right now is very stressful, and I love my life here so much. And I am so grateful for this opportunity, but I don't think there's a but I just think that I'm in this situation of confusion, and that's kind of why I stopped kind of posting about everything and just living life day by day. My ups and downs, my downs are pretty down, and I don't know what to post. Kind of in this funk of, well, what can I do? What will people want to see? And I apologize for the people that have been like, you've let us down with the vlogs. You haven't vlogged much. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But I am going on another trip soon, and I'm going to try and vlog more in the last few weeks that I'm here. So, you know, keep an eye out for that. But for now, it's just finishing my dissertation and trying to find a job and figuring out where I'm going to be in life next. So kind of, you know, anyone who sees this, anyone who's in the same position as I am, maybe not the exact same where you are in a different country, or maybe you are, but you know, you're finishing college, you don't know what, or university, you don't know what you're doing next. You're not alone. I had literally cried on the phone with my mom again today. I probably call my mom 10 to 15 times a day because, you know, you're young and you're like, I don't need my mom, bye. You know, I can do everything on my own. And then you're suddenly 23 and you're like, Mom, I need you. Like, how do I wash this coat? But it's, you know, it's a weird feeling and I don't really know what to do with it. And I'm saying all of this stuff to you, and I am just as confused as the next person. So this is kind of me getting my thoughts out, but I just kind of wanted to apologize and give an update on where I've been and, you know, show that I am human, that life is not perfect. I might be in this absolutely beautiful, incredible country and I might be traveling, but I still am just as stressed as the next university student. So in saying that, I will be posting more videos soon. I will be on holiday in about 3 weeks, just under 3 weeks, and I am so excited to show you where I will be going. But I am very, very grateful for all of the support that I've gotten from my friends and my family, and I'm very excited to see all of them again so soon. But I I don't really know what's happening next, and I just kind of wanted to update everyone. So thank you for your patience. All of these sweet messages that I always get from not only my family and my friends, but my family's friends. You know, I know how much support I have in backing me, and I am grateful for all of it. And I am very excited to see what happens next. All right, stay tuned. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Follow my social media down below. And I will see you in maybe like 2 weeks. Bye.